Hi, Pastor Steve here. I want to thank you for listening today, and I want to encourage you because I know that God will truly bless you as you study His Word. So hey, let's get started.
Good morning, church family. This morning we're going to look at Psalm 137, and we are going to read that and do a devotion. In Psalm 137, it says, "By the waters of Babylon, there we sat down and wept when we remembered Zion." And the context of this psalm is that God's people have been exiled to Babylon. They have been taken and scattered from their homeland, from Jerusalem. That they have been put in a foreign place and are no longer home. And here in Babylon, they're weeping, remembering their home, remembering the safety and security of Jerusalem, remembering the temple and being able to be in the presence of God. And as they are in Babylon, dealing with their captors, in verse 4, they ask a question. The psalmist says, "How shall we sing the Lord's song in a foreign land?" In this place where they're mocked, in this place where they are filled with fear and anxiety and worry, where there's discomfort, where they can't understand what is going on, they just wonder, how can we sing to the Lord in this place? In verses 2 and 3, we see that their captors required songs. They wanted the people of God to sing one of your songs about Zion so we could mock you. How great is your God when look, you are in captivity now. And so the psalmist in verse 4 wants to know, how shall we sing the Lord's song in a foreign land? And I want to be really careful not to make exact connections to what the psalmist is saying and the church today. But I do believe there's some really powerful parallels here to what this psalmist is asking. In the last couple of months, things have been chaotic. Death, sickness, chaos, dysfunction, so many hard things. And the tension of looking at God and His holiness and His goodness and trusting His plan has been challenging. Where is your God? Where is His power? It's hard. And here God's people are placed with the same challenge. You serve a powerful and mighty God, yet you're here in captivity. You've been taken from your homeland. You're not in the presence of God any longer. And so the psalmist says, how shall we sing the Lord's song in a foreign land? But then in verse 5, he says, "If I forget you, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget its skill. Let my tongue stick to the roof of my mouth if I do not remember you, if I do not set Jerusalem above my highest joy." And for us, Peter, 2 times in his first letter, he references Christians as exiles or sojourners in this world, that in this temporary place, this isn't our eternal home. That this is we're here by way of a journey, temporarily as guests, and so we can connect ourselves in this position of saying we can never forget, we can never not remember and long for God and His presence. And the beautiful thing about being after Jesus is that because the Holy Spirit dwells inside of us, we can be in the presence of God at all times. And so how do we sing in the midst of chaos? We rely on God and His power through the Holy Spirit to bring joy when we remember the work of Jesus on the cross, and we can sing praises to God and look with hopeful expectation at His return and His restoration to make everything right. The psalmist asked this question, and it made me think of the movie Trolls. The trolls go to rescue some of their friends who've been captured by the Bergens, who are the bad guys. And their plan gets foiled and they get captured and put in a cage. and the kind of the leader, Poppy, who loves to sing and is so chipper and happy the whole time, and she's got this beautiful optimism about everything. She is in a pit of despair, super depressed. And they're all sitting in this cage, and her friends start to sing. And as they start to sing, her color returns. She was gloomy and gray, and her color comes back, and they sing, and singing together brought hope, and they were able to escape and achieve their goals. But the psalmist here recognizes the power in us remembering the power of God and singing songs of worship together. And so we find ourselves in this psalm as we look around the world. I look at the prayer requests that we get from students, prayers about fear and anxiety and worry. And when we can rely on God and the power of His Spirit and worship, when we can sing praises to God in a foreign land, away from home, longing for Jesus, there's power that will bring joy, that will allow us to navigate this. So this week, spend some time praying for God through His Spirit to bring joy into our lives and to allow us to sing boldly with confidence in the midst of turmoil and chaos. Have a great week.
Thanks again for listening today. We'd love to hear from you. If you'd like more information about our church, or if you just want to share what God's been doing in your life, drop us a line. Give us a call. Again, may God bless you.